when you will supposedly you are standing somewhere in an area and you are using Google Maps. On Google Maps, if we turn on, we see that Google Maps try to guide us which route we should take to reach our destination. If we see that there is a red line on the map, we see that there is a traffic. And I can't tell you how much traffic it has been through these days. I'm just giving you this analogy that nothing is being achieved with simple steps. You will see some speed breaks. Hey, Assalamu alaikum. This is me, Madiha, a surface pattern designer, a creative entrepreneur, and an educator, and of course, a mama of three. I warmly welcome you all to my Make a Shift podcast series. This podcast is targeted to the cream of audience who wanted to do something with their lives and they don't want it to be dependent for their emotions, spirituality, financially, you name it. It would be discussed here in this podcast series. Make a Shift podcast will motivate the listeners like you to move forward and take charge of your destiny. As a surface pattern designer and a motivational mental health coach, I will convey the messages that listeners like you will get healed and will get support morally and emotionally to change the gear of your lives. So, what are you waiting for? Go and grab your headphones, do whatever you want to do, and just listen me along. I come weekly, every week, for you guys to support your dreams. Okay? So tune in. I often hear people, especially women, of course I'm here to talk about you. I often ask them that what that stops you from creating. So number one excuse I get to hear that I'm not creative. I cannot create new things. And I do not have resources. I don't have time. Someone says that I'm afraid what I will create because the blank paper really stares at me. I do not have courage to start. I get lazy. I'm underconfident. I cannot take risks. So these are the things which have led me to record this podcast for you. I know we get stuck somewhere. We are not creative all the time. We have some high levels of energy and we have some low levels of energy. We do experience the creative block from time to time. So here I am to give you the 5 tried and tested ways to break them through and to get back in flow. We women are all indeed creative. If I have already told some of you so many times that if we are choosing clothes for ourselves, if we are asking the tailor to design such and such fabric for our Eid or for any celebration, or for normal clothes even, if we decor our home with the best of our abilities, that means we have the sense of creativity. So let's see how you can break through 5 ways those creative blocks which doesn't let you to create. So number 1, sometimes it's tough to find time for your creativity, as someone says already. So for that, I would say you will get the time if you will remember your why. You have to understand that why do you want to create, and still you are saying that I don't have time to create. If you will remember your why do you want to earn money through your creativity, then that why must be strong. That why must be so incredible that you yourself will get up for it. I was the same. I used to say that I don't have time. My why was not getting clear in front of me. But when I started feeling that the time is running and everybody has started running an online business, and everyone is up to their own. Then I was also thinking that I also want to earn from home, and I have to do something for myself. So I sorted my why first. When I sorted my why, then I jumped into the creativity without being judged by myself, even. Nobody was watching me. I was definitely trying to be cool with myself. I was giving myself permission to create something so that I can present to the world to make an impact. So I would definitely suggest you to remember your reason. Why do you want to get independent through your creativity? Okay, if you want to get independent, then why the creativity is inviting you that you can get independent? Because this online earning is so common these days, that you should know how to present your work through just hashtags, through just your Instagram business page. You can do that. So that why would push you every single day to make things happen. Okay. Number two, to remove the creative block you have, is to have a morning routine. You have to make a schedule of 15 to 20 minutes daily to work for yourself only. You have to be selfish for it. If your children leave school, if your husband goes to office, of course you have a lot of time. And don't tell me that you just spend that time in cleaning and just cooking. Of course, not all the time you are doing that. If you want to earn, you can give yourself even simple 15 minutes. And of course, when you will start enjoying that routine, you will gradually increase your time. And you would see amazing magical results. That how much you could do for yourself. Correct? So morning rituals are all in the rage now. Correct? Every woman gets happy when she's left alone. Correct? You will have to establish a routine in the middle of the day if you do not have a. So this episode is sponsored by me, of course. Okay, if you're wondering since the intro that who is a surface pattern designer, so let me clear you here. If you see things around, you will see some products, objects which have definitely a pattern or design on it. It can be a fabric, wallpaper, stationery, anything, any surface have patterns or design on it. It's being done by a surface pattern designer and not a graphic designer. Surface pattern designing offers you opportunities to have creative freedom, like location freedom, time freedom, and of course financially freedom. I am enjoying all these freedoms. That's why I'm here, to let you aware about surface pattern designing. And if you are interested more, you can join our Facebook private group, where you can be with a community of like-minded people who want to learn this skill on Adobe Illustrator with me. Okay, so here I am offering my freebie, which have loads of resources for you. You can type on the URL, which is in the show notes, www.madagified.com/madagified-links. What do you must be wondering, what is Madagified? My name is Madiha, and I turned my art into digital. That's why my brand name is called Madagified. So let's go back to the episode. So after a lot of requests, the time has arrived to announce my course by the name of Marks to Making Money. Why marks? Because it all starts with sketches, little marks on the paper or doodles, and it ends up on a pattern which can come on any product. So just join the waitlist, and of course you will be notified when the course will start happening soon. Don't forget, it's on the show notes. routine in the later night. So each one is unique, I know, which when you will feel most creative juices flowing in, you will choose that time. And of course, keep a sketchbook and pen and keep doodling. You will find amazing creativity inside you. Nobody would be looking at you. Whatever the flow you would be having in your hands, you would be doing. And tell your routine to everybody that this is my time. Announce to the world, announce to your home members that these are some things that I have to keep with myself. If you are found in the kitchen, your sketchbook should be there. If your food is cooking and you're bonifying it, or whatever you're making it, in the meanwhile, if you're waiting, you can just take out sketchbook and you just doodle out, so that your muscle memory can regain the drawing pattern. So I have some go-to things, like I would prefer for myself that I always have watercolor handy in my home with brushes, and of course some papers, and I have a sketchbook always. So whenever I get I want to get relief from the environment. If I am depressed, I just take out those art tools and I start making things, instead of being clueless that what should I create. Just look around in your like in your surroundings. You will see that you are able to create. So there is no pressure to post on social media. Of course, in the beginning, if you feel right, do it, but don't seek perfection. So you have to go with the flow. Okay, number third, to remove a creative block is gathering inspiration. See, if you will start creating, I can guarantee you that you will be seeking inspiration. You can flip through magazines, or you can step outside in nature. You will find colors also, and take pictures and walk around, and you will see that when you will learn about surface pattern designing, I would be asking you to take pictures, to make a color palette. Yes, absolutely, you can make yourself a mood board, a color palette for your patterns, and create your own textures like floor, walls, anywhere. You can go on Pinterest. So I'm giving you a disclaimer here. Put a timer on Pinterest because it gets addicted. I understand, because I do get that too. Make a secret or public board so you can draw from it. Like you can combine your drawings in one motif that you would really enjoy when you will convert it into digitally, correct? Number 4 is the creative block is you have to take a break. It's okay if you're sick. You have to focus on your recovery first. So you have to be intentional about the healing process, so that you can recharge your batteries, recharge your energy when you will come back. Whenever you get an idea, write somewhere. Supposedly, I have a notes app or Google Docs. I have. If you are not the digital user, you can take out your diary, journal. You can write your ideas. Nobody is stopping you. So don't be clueless. Stop watching social media. Less TV, less Netflix. Please, you have to visually clean yourself, like detox. You will see that what wonders you can do. Go more inwards. Okay, supposedly if you're seeing something, try to seek inspiration. Maybe in a scene you will find colors. Maybe you find an object. Inspiration you can get from anywhere. From the depth of the sea to the high of the skies, you can get from anywhere, right? So go more inwards in your personality. Give you some delight, okay? Number 5 is embrace the perfectly imperfect. You don't need to be perfect, and you just have to get going. I have already recorded a podcast regarding perfection. It doesn't exist. You can listen that. I don't remember which episode it is, but if you scroll down in my episode list, you will find the perfection episode. So these are the 5 breakthroughs that you can break the creative block if you have in your life right now, you can absolutely do wonderful things, right? So if you enjoy this podcast, I have already told you in my sponsor, join my Facebook group and download any of the freebies I'm offering to you. Hope you have enjoyed. So let's meet in another podcast. Masalama. So if you are someone who really want to learn a skill of surface pattern designing on Adobe Illustrator, do join our Facebook group by the name of Surface Pattern Designers with Matt Digitified. Link is in the show notes. And of course, you can download any of the freebies. I just can't wait to see you. Bye. Marcelama.